Hey everybody, I hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to my channel. Adrian H here. There's my finger and there's some others. So today's post is going to be a little bit serious, but I feel this is very important to speak about. For those of you that follow my channel, if you subscribe and you hit that notification bell, then you get the notifications when the readings are coming out. You will notice that on Friday, or you will know that on Friday, I posted a post for you from the for all the different zodiac signs, for the oracles of the seven energies. And I didn't really at the time specify as much that, with the blood moon and everything that came up and the eclipses and this beautiful gap, that is sort of the energy that will really benefit you quite beautifully over the next 6 months, really. I did kind of go into it, if I recall correctly, because remember some time has now passed. But I really felt that I wanted to draw a message for you, for your daily message, but I also wanted to draw you a message for the week. And the card that came up, which is this one over here, is just so beautiful, and it reminds us of the important things in life, because sometimes we're so sort of love and light, and we just want to look at the pretty stuff and the dragons and the butterflies and all those type of things, but we are also souls having a human being experience, human on planet Earth, and in order to benefit optimally from the Earth experience, you need to play the Earth game, all right? And so this is really what this card's about. I feel that it's a wonderful one, and I'm also going to speak to you just a little bit about spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul, all those type of things, because a lot of people have been asking me those sort of questions. A lot of my, private clients have been asking that, in their tarot readings and regression hypnosis and crystal Reiki and, NLP Life Coaching, all the things that I do. A lot of people have been asking me about that, and so it's a perfect card to share with you. But before we do anything, let's just get a donus over here and asking you to connect with my heart as I connect with yours. So take a nice deep breath. And we affirm that everything in this reading, everything that is said over here, will serve you in only the greatest, beautiful, most beneficial ways. And so it is. Okay. Put that beauty over there. And I'll put you over here. And this card is drawn from this deck, the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed. I'm also using the exact same crystals that I used for that reading on Friday, so maybe go back and go check it out. There's a card for all the different zodiac signs, and I put in some timestamps over there, so you can either listen to everything or you can just go to your message. But I've got Gerasol over here, which is a beautiful, beautiful crystal. And it sort of brings about this beautiful sense of harmony. It's almost like a peace and a still and a calmness, like almost like open a beautiful window or a door. So I like to place this on the chest of my spiritual regression hypnosis clients, or if it's a crystal Reiki session, which I do, in Cape Town, I normally place it on your forehead because it opens your third eye, but it does it in a gentle way, in a kind, supportive way. So it's not like, boom, third eye open, And that's obviously my crystal ball over there, and then I've got a beautiful crystal generator over there. And quartz in general, Gerasol isn't really quartz, but quartz in general, it amplifies energy, and definitely crystal balls or orbs does it, so does generators. So let me show you this card, and I'm going to read for you from the booklet as well. But it says a tall tale, and this is, I'm just going to read to you what the booklet says first, and now obviously I've closed the book, so let me just open it again. So let me just tell you what it says first, and then we are going to go into more details about that. Okay, so the energy first and foremost that it focuses on, because if you buy, if you've got this deck, you will see it gives you all the different energies. That's what it's called, Oracle of the Seven Energies. And so number 35, boom, 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 which is this one over here, it goes with the energy of sound, which is also the fifth chakra in the major chakras, which is about your throat chakra, which is a lot about expression and communication. And something to also understand with the throat chakra is that a lot of times, we say that it's about communication. It's about communication, obviously, to the outside world, but also understand that communication outside is from what is within us. So it's first and foremost communication with ourselves, communication with your energy, with your DNA, with your pathology, with your throat, with your muscles, with your cells, with your molecules, with your emotions, with your intestines, with your conscious, with your subconscious mind. So it's all of that communication first and foremost before you kind of speak outwards, because remember, whatever we have on a subconscious level, or and our subconscious mind is about 88% of our entire mind, that is going to determine our experience of life. And there is a lot also what the third chakra is about. So it's not always just about speaking up to yourself to others, but it's also about speaking up for yourself to yourself. And just the energy 5 itself, it says sound, it says communication, creativity, listening, being heard, writing ideas, sharing, and vibration. So it's about that expression of yourself. I'm just going to show you the card while I'm reading it. And it says key concepts. If it goes funny, I apologize, because now I'm not really looking at the card as I'm reading in the booklet. It says key concepts: denial, concealing the truth so that you can manipulate and control a situation; fear-based communication, creating a narrative to hide behind, not allowing the fear of what others think to influence your words; learning to communicate from a place of authenticity, which is truth, which is you. Okay, because you are truth, you are light, and when you don't sort of express truth, it doesn't feel good. It feels off. Your emotions feel off, because your emotions is a way really of the universe kind of speaking to you. Just want to see if I can maybe put it something like this. I hope it stands, just so I can read through the rest. Will you please assist me? There we go. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Okay. All right. So you or someone else is telling a tall tale right now. You always know if a falsehood is spoken because it doesn't feel grounded. It feels funny. Remember those emotions? And now I lost my place. When you lie, you get high on an illusionary sense of power that is doomed to fail at some point. You feel driven by the fear of exposure, but something makes you stick with your story, even though you know it has no substance. Don't we all just do that sometimes? Whatever lie we are caught up in isn't as important as the motive for it, because, why are you lying? What are you trying to hide? It always comes from a point of fear. I'm just adding that bit in there. Why does anyone lie? Perhaps we don't believe the truth is good enough, or we want to keep doing what we know we shouldn't be doing. Then there is the lie to put forth while in denial, such as hiding an active addiction, which can really be anything. In this scenario, we may believe our own lies. The tall tale, the white lie, the stretching of the truth, and the blatant fabrication are all about control. The desire for it, the lack of it, the need to maintain it, so we can manipulate the outer world and hide our inner one. Because you feel that your inner world isn't good enough, so you're trying to almost sort of like, build other things to make your life be better or more interesting or more exciting. Today, ask for the truth. Be willing to pay the price and be okay with the vulnerability your lie is exposing in yourself and others. Transparency is required to get to where you need to go, to be truly empowered, to reveal the strength of what is true and authentic. Any other path leads to a dead end. Remember the saying, the truth will set you free, and get ready to be unfeathered. All right. What a beautiful message. And I remember I saw in one of her videos, because Colette Baron-Reid, the creator of this deck, amazing, beautiful soul, she said she was contacting Jenna Della Grottaglia, which I probably said wrong, who is the illustrator of the deck. And she said, I want sort of like a Pinocchio that looks a bit weird and wild. And, this is exactly what you got. But what I just also want to touch with you on is that, as I said, I've had this conversation with a couple of people in the last bit about the dark night of the soul, which is when you really get clarity about what it is in your life that isn't work, the patterns, the values, the beliefs, the friendships, the connections, the ties. It basically feels like your life is falling apart. And this friend was saying to me, a beautiful friend of mine, was saying to me that herself and some other people were all sort of conned by this one guy. And she said, they were so angry, but that was the beginning of her journey with the dark night of the soul. And I said, do you actually see that sometimes soulmates come about to help us, to sort of wake us up to our potential, and they often do things that we don't like because we're so comfortable in the space where we are, you know? So they sort of shake our world up a little bit. And that is where we really begin that beautiful, profound healing. That healing within our muscles and our cells and our molecules and our DNA and our pathology. Because a lot of times we think that our patterns are us. But, you know, I always like to say that humans are sort of like a big recycle project. You know, a beautiful divine clone, really, where you think sometimes your ideas are your own, but they come from your upbringing, from your parents, from their parents, from their parents, from their parents, or whoever, you know, you play that part in your life. And then so sometimes people come around and they shake things up a little bit, but it's the beginning of a new path for us. Also there with number 3, in numerology, number 3 is the number of communication. Number 5 in numerology is the number of new beginnings, you know. It also speaks of inner strength and stability. And if you put 3 plus 5 together, there is number 8, which is infinity, which is flow, which is abundance, which is harmony, which is healing, which is love, which is where you are heading. But whilst we are not prepared to you know, to be the sort of things that we don't like, that we don't appreciate, that hurts our heart, those type of things, then, you know, we sort of withhold ourselves from the healing. So I want to encourage you for this week, beautiful, beautiful soul of infinite possibility, because that is who you are. I want to encourage you, and I really hope that this message finds your heart in wonderful ways. And if you feel that it's, you know, something that you want to share or you want others to see it, if you actually just like the video and you leave a comment, by default, more people actually get to see the reading, or, you know, you can always just share it, maybe to them privately or on your wall if you feel it's a message that, you know, others will benefit from. And then, of course, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get your daily reminders for the daily readings that are coming out. And I try to post them at the same time, but obviously as human beings, we forget. So a reminder is always nice. But, you know, I want to wish you as you go forward in this week. I mean, you know, as I said, we are humans having a human life on planet Earth, and you got to play by the Earth rules. There will be times in this week, there will be challenges. There will be difficult times. There will be maybe times where you feel that your own truth is being demeaned. But I want to encourage you to embrace your inner truth, to embrace who you are, to remember who you are, to remember that you are an expression of source, to remember that you are divine, to remember that no matter what happens and you feel sort of without power, just to remember that's how you feel. It doesn't necessarily make it the truth, because you are a divine being. You are a divine being of love and light. You are a divine being of potential. And remember, your life is much bigger than just one moment that is happening at this particular point right now. All right. And I'd really appreciate if you know, especially for those of you who either regularly check in with my channel, or if this is your first time, welcome either way, welcome back. But let me know if you more sort of prefer the daily messages that I post for you, because I channel it for you, you know, and tune in with what the energies is for today, what spirit and source is. Well, spirit and source is the same thing. I just call it source of all. What spirit encourages me to share with you this day, what my angels and my guides are encouraging to share with you. And let me know if you like that, and I'll still do a beautiful monthly reading for you for every zodiac sign as well. For now, thank you so much. Love and light. See you tomorrow. Bye.